All right, welcome back to the Perry Homes podcast. I'm Trevor Taylor, the Director of Marketing here at Perry Homes, and back with my co-host Steve Peterson, the President of Perry Homes.
Good to see you, Trevor.
Good to be back.
Well, welcome, everyone.
And we have a wonderful guest this week, our Perry Commercial.
Guest. So excited.
Get some honors. I'm honored.
Yeah, Perry Commercial in-house architect, right?
Yes.
Jun Khaysavang. So we're excited for you to be here.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out with us.
Thanks for the invite, and good to be with you, gentlemen.
Yeah, of course.
Trevor had to practice on your name. He's like, okay, I talked to June. I've got it figured out. Khaysavang.
That's
Khaysavang.
it. Sing it.
Sing it. I
That's
want to
it.
hear you sing.
And there you got it. You're better than my English teacher.
Yeah.
Well, June, just to start, would you mind just telling us who June is? Tell us about your personal background, professional background. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Wow. Back to the personal. That goes back a long ways, you know. Well, I'm an in-house architect for Perry Commercial, which is Perry Homes as well.
Right.
I've been licensed for past 20 plus years. I graduated in 1994 from University of Idaho. The
Okay,
Vandals.
June, we got to talk about that.
Rivals.
So this is funny. When if you're following the podcast, you remember when Matt was on here, which Matt is June's boss, Matt Swain, and so Matt went to USC. And I went to Boise State.
Right.
But now, so we have, Matt and I had this kind of rivalry, but now we have an in-state rivalry.
Oh, you're in state. And
Because you Moscow you went University of Idaho in
yes,
Moscow.
in Moscow,
Idaho.
yes. Yeah.
How did you get to Moscow?
Well,
Idaho? That's crazy.
I started at Idaho State, which is in Pocatello, Idaho.
Okay.
Back then, there was no architectural program. There's just pre-architecture, so I had to transfer.
Gotcha.
And that's how I got up there.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in Pocatello, Idaho, but before that, so you know, I am a Laotian refugee.
Oh, okay.
I am an American citizen now.
Yeah.
But that's where my background is.
Well, shoot,
Yes.
June, did you
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
tell us the story? Did
Oh,
you,
that's a long story. You guys really want to hear that, huh?
Well, you
We
know,
would
just,
love
just
to
cut
hear
cut
it.
it down to 30 minutes.
Well, we
Just-
got to the States in '78. You know, we
Okay.
landed in Oklahoma, Kansas, then moved our way to Idaho.
How old were you at that
I was 11.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh! So
Yeah.
you
Wow.
you remember this?
Quite well.
Yeah.
Quite well.
Wow.
Yeah. So quite an experience.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll have to tell you guys the full story.
The whole long story.
Yeah,
Okay.
when we're not on air.
We're not here.
Well, we're happy you're
That's-
here,
that's-
June.
That's a really
Yeah.
interesting part of your history.
Yeah. Yes.
We'd be
Yes.
interested to hear the details.
Yeah. So that's something that we can chat about later.
Okay, so after college, what led you to Perry
Well,
Homes?
from 1994 to 2015, I worked for various local firms around here, ranging from small mom and pops, mid-size to corporate size. Gained a lot of experience. From from TI, tenant improvements to high-rise structure. Wow, I'm excited to talk about it. So pardon me for
No,
expressing my.
No, man, just be
yeah.
yourself, June. We
Yes.
love it.
Yeah. So from 2015 until present day, I've been with Perry.
awesome.
Yes.
2015. So you've been here 9 years then.
Yes. Yes.
You see, that's my Boise State degree. See how I did that math, June?
That's good math
Not
right
9
there.
years. Yeah, I got it.
Just like that, instinct. Way to go.
So you have a degree in architecture.
Yes, a Bachelor of Architecture.
Wow. So you could design a little gas station or a hotel.
Anybody can design, right? You know, but our role is really to interpret people's vision, right? And it's not all about me. It's about somebody else just wanted to put a building together, and that's how I approach architecture. Is that we listen, right? We have to listen hard and understand what is desired.
What they want.
Yes.
Right.
Matter of fact, I've worked with dozens of designers, not very many, because there's in our world that Trevor and I live in, we have designers, and sometimes people confuse them for architects.
Yes, yes.
They're really talented, they're good, but they're home designers. You're an architect, which is a whole separate discipline, because when you design, you call out the materials and the right.
We do. We get beyond the design.
You go beyond. That's what you
Yes.
go beyond the design.
Yes. Yes.
The nitty gritty details.
It's
of
the
everything.
engineering,
Right,
the architecture
right.
is really the arts and science of human habitation,
Gotcha.
and science is a bigger component than aesthetics, I think, to me.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a detailed question about that. So as I've worked with designers over the years, sometimes designers, they get this, they want to have their vision. And you said something really interesting. You interpret the customer's vision.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that? How you kind of subdue your own likes and dislikes to try to establish what the customer wants?
Yeah, like I said, it's not all about me. You know, it's what I try to pull out. Let's say if you come to me, what is it about a certain architectural style, a certain look that you like about that? And I like, you know, I get a little bit personal about that, and from that I try to apply my architectural role. Think about humans, safeties, human welfare, all the function, the forms, make sense, economics, all that goes into the thought process.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So it's different projects. You know, there's you got the consistent rhythm, and then you got to improvise. You know, it just depends.
Right. And you work on a lot of projects. You go from hotels to apartment buildings to giant.
We're quite diverse.
Yeah.
Quite diverse.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit your mindset when you go from project to project. How you change that mindset of, okay, we're building a hotel, we're building a big mall or an apartment building. How do you change your mindset on those things?
All those projects, they share the same commonality. It's all about the people using the spaces.
Right.
And I try to, in whatever it's shopping, office work, you try to create a space that's optimized, that will optimize the users. You know, they'll feel good about the place they're in. Their productivity is optimized. They feel good about the space. It just enhances their experience and creates a memorable place for them to remember.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great.
So depending on shopping, office work, retailers, there's a different caveat to those, you know, experiences that you know we have to think about.
Hey, June, I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Okay.
A little bit. So, when I first came, you know, I've only been here for 4 months, right? So I'm just meeting all the people, and I go down and meet the people in the commercial deal, and I meet June, and June is just so excited. He's here. He's everywhere. Like you're kind of the cool Tasmanian devil, like you're all over. Yeah. But you're so happy and so positive, right? Everybody that meets you or talks to you, I feel like they come away, they're like, oh, my day's a little better, a little brighter. Can you explain that part of your personality? Because I mean that. Sometimes the stuff that lands on my desk seems like it's this problem, it's that problem. Every once in a while, I just like, I gotta go get me some June. Just like it's this cool little drug that makes me feel better. So can you just kind of talk about your personality and how that kind of came about?
Architecture is quite a stressful job, and you know, and you know, I'm a workaholic as well. And if we don't create an attitude, you know, that's positive, well, we're gonna fall into that stress that what we dealt with each day, each moment. So, you know, there's always gonna be problems, right? Yeah, get through it, have a positive attitude, work as a team. You know, there's always gonna be mishaps. It's how we respond to those mishaps, you know. And the best part is just to be happy about it. Problem comes, just take it, and then just own it, and just work through it.
Well, you're good at that. We love having you around the office. We don't. So June works in a little bit different part of the building than we do on the home side, so we don't get to see him all the time. But sometimes he'll pop up there, and we see this little Easter bunny bouncing around.
So I guess it's part of the caffeine that I get, my consumption of.
Well, June, you're a really great positive influence on all of us.
Well, thank you.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah, even today I interrupted your phone call on accident coming down to your office, and I've never met someone so happy to be interrupted.
Sometimes that's a saving part of my my day.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, our last question for you that we ask everyone that comes on this podcast, and I know you don't work specifically with the home building side of it, but why, in your opinion, should someone build a Perry home or work with Perry Commercial?
May I answer that with a story?
Absolutely.
When I got invited to an interview with Bill Sr., you know, Jake Thompson, our construction lead, you know, said, "Hey, June, got you an interview with Bill Sr." I go, "What?" I was at that time working with an architectural firm that serviced Matt Swain.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So the first interview, first thing I sat down with senior was, Bill, I live in 2 Perry homes. Does that mean I get the job?
Nice. Oh, that's good stuff.
But I don't know if that's real, but here I am. So I'm an architect. Our dream is to build our own design, but I couldn't afford it. So maybe that's the reason why I became an architect, so I can design for other people.
Yeah.
But the point is, I didn't know Perry before, even when I was living in those 2 homes. So that's a testament in itself. You know, we live in 1 Perry homes, and then we upgrade to the next Perry home as a family, with my siblings, and then, just so happens that now I'm employed by Perry. It's just that
Couldn't
dream.
be a better testament.
Oh
Yeah.
boy!
You're a Perry homeowner before you were a Perry employee.
So there's not a lot of specific story, but just that I did live in 2 Perry homes, and why would I go to the second home if I wasn't happy?
Yeah.
And hey, let me jump backwards.
No, go for it,
I
yeah.
got a question because that Trevor always. I love that. It's kind of our signature sign-off question. But what you have designed some really cool stuff. Like I was here for 2 months before I knew that we did a hotel, which is just so fun. What's a couple of some of the projects that you loved that were your favorite that you enjoyed designing?
I had throughout my career, I was fortunate to be involved in high-profile jobs. From some of my early time was the Salt Lake City Library. My intern.
That is a beautiful building.
A year and a half of my life on that project. Even though I was an intern, there was a lot of learning. Other projects that I got involved with that I felt, that will stay with me, that will last. Is Ogden Temple renovation.
Oh wow! The new one.
The one in Ogden, and then after that it was a project in Vegas, the city center. The big development. I was working for a firm at that time that had a small component, but it was a pretty high profile component. So there was a lot of experience learned. But all those was great, and the peak of I thought at that time. But until I joined Perry, we started doing all these projects. We're all over the place. We don't have suddenly we repeat 2 projects in a row. And I would have to say that the peak of my career would be that time when we worked on the hotel. And simultaneously, we were working on the high-rise story adjacent to the site. And
Wait. We have is that an office building?
it's an office
We
building.
have a high-rise office building?
It's classified as a high-rise because it met the category.
How many stories?
People call it 9, but we call it 10. My brother Jake and I here, Jake Thompson, because we know. The elevator goes to 10 stories.
We're calling it 10.
Yes, and
You designed a 10-story office building.
but we, I always say it's us. It's a team because I do. We, typically at that time it was Matt Swain, myself, and Jake. Before our team built, to have Brian Heaps and the Wilcox twins. Now Jake Finlinson. We would tour these different facilities depending on what we were trying to develop. And from there, we would, critique, and then we basically it's having a design Tourette meeting, But we would just from that sessions we talk, we debate, we argue, whatever we would call it, and I'll come with something, and then we all sit down, and look at it, and go from there. So really, I just synthesize everybody's idea, chasing the market, of course. And I think the product that comes out is really just not. It doesn't reflect on me. It's our team, And then beyond that, we have an awesome professional management team, that takes care of these Class A facilities. Kyle and Miles, Connie helps us at the office. So we got a tremendous team. And
Is that what Miles? I don't know what Miles does. I give Miles a hard time.
You're young, the youngest here, brother. You need to get to know all of us.
I do know. I love Miles, but I like to give him a hard time.
But that's
so Miles, if you're watching this, I now know what you do.
That's right. So it is it's a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
This
Right.
We need
keeps
to get some
sliding
duct
up.
tape for.
Oh, I need my hair is a problem here. I need some friction.
Well,
Yeah.
Jim, that was thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is fun to be part of this company. You know, we
Yeah.
build about 150 homes a year, but also our sister company that builds hotels and high rises. I mean, it makes you feel like we're part of this
Well-
bigger organization that really does some really cool things.
And you being here now, it enhances that excitement. I think I look forward to the time when we get to integrate our process here, and then move things forward. On the home side as well. So that'd be exciting.
Yeah.
I think Perry as a brand it's come a long way, and I think Bill wants to take this to new directions.
Take it down to another level.
Yeah,
You got it.
and I think it's very exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah.
And like I said, you always end the program with the question, why would you buy? Well, why would you lease from us? Well, like I said, we have a top-notch management team that accommodates the high-class tenant. We really come meet us. Let us. It's a relationship. It's different than
Right.
selling homes. When you sell home, most of the time you split, you're done. With leasing, it's a
You guys have
relationship.
long-
It's
long
long
term.
term. Yes.
What, 20 years?
Well,
sometimes?
10 years is the goal, but
10
if we can get
years, yeah.
extend it longer, but maybe 5, 7, 10.
Yeah.
But it's a relationship. So our guys out there
June,
really
you
takes
got-
care
you
of
got
them.
So many fun things. I mean, we're kind of over our time, but
Oh,
you got
yeah.
some really cool things going on out in Tooele.
Oh, we all do, right? As a
We can't
yeah,
announce the grocery store yet.
yeah.
But we have really for the Tooele Valley.
My goodness.
This is going to be a
exciting.
really
Yeah.
fun, exciting thing.
I-
That Little Perry Homes is going to we're putting in the main grocery store.
They
out
they really don't know. We're not flashy, but
Yeah.
we're persistent. We're here always, right? I mean, we're
Speaking of flashy, why don't we make June our poster boy? June, we're going to put you on a billboard.
Put him everywhere.
Like
I
best
don't
architect in the world.
know, but you got Bill's the one. Bill's is the one that needs to be.
We'll dress you in Bill's clothes.
Yes.
How about that? Well, June,
right,
thank you
June.
so much for joining us. This is awesome. It's good to get to know you better and learn of the different things that you've done and that you're doing right now with Perry Commercial. So
Well, I'm glad we
Thank
have
you.
these sessions. That
Yeah.
we always we need to get to know each other better. We're all brothers and sisters, but at the end of the day,
Love it.
let's
Thanks.
yeah.
Appreciate you being here.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Thanks.
And thank you for
having me.
listening again to this latest episode of the Perry Homes Podcast. For me and Steve, we're signing off, but thank
out.
you for listening.